ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे भिज्यस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, verse number 12. Prayers of Sri Brahmaji.
We cannot hear you.
Why he says okay. Haribol, can you hear? No.
Second. Everything distorted.
At least to my computer, it seems there is only distortion in Maharaj sound. Malati voice came clearly.
No, I hear you distorted too.
So let Malti give the talk. Yeah, whoever can be clear.
The Jagannath Snan Yatra distorted everything.
What is the problem?
Must be with the Teams or the computer somehow, because what's going into the camera is completely fine. So I switched everything on and off, take the phone, and restart the whole thing. Haribol, is the issue still persisting?
Malti says no.
It's fine.
No. She's shaking her head. Also Janki is shaking her head.
Sounding worse.
Okay, then I will restart the computer, I think. I've tried everything else. What happens now if we speak?
Normal.
Okay. So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, verse number 12. Prayers of Sri Brahmaji to Sri Krishna. And in the previous sloka we read that he is acknowledging his own limited nature. He is saying, who am I to even think to put you in Maya or test you? And before that he asked that please be compassionate, because he is thinking or he thought that he is independent and now he realizes that. So he is continuing to speak the same in this verse, that asking for forgiveness. Because when we live in the material world, we have material body and we have material mind and we have material conditioning. It is unavoidable to not commit offense. Because not commit offense means you have to be super aware, you have to be completely aligned with Krishna and his devotees. And that is only possible if one is a perfected being. And obviously we are not, we are only sadhakas, and we have our samskaras, our education or non-education from the past, and we have our habits. So we are bound to do things which are not appreciated by our worshipable deity Krishna or the devotees, because obviously they have a different mindset, different psyche, and we have different. So whole this bhakti yoga is to align to that mindset of Krishna and his devotees. Just like you do Sankirtan. So in Sankirtan, different people play different instruments, If you don't have instruments, you have hands to clap. But everybody has to be in harmony. Then only there is Sankirtan. Otherwise, there is offense. Means somebody gets disturbed. Those who know music, they will be disturbed. Right, Manu? Manu is listening. So, Krishna is also musician. He knows music very well. Radha is musician. All these great devotees, Mahaprabhu, they all have knowledge of music. They know the ragas. So they will be disturbed. So we have to align to do good kirtan. And that's what Bhakti Yoga is. So Bhakti Yoga therefore is the change which is most difficult. Because you have to change your ahankara, your ego. You have to give up this idea that I am somebody. That's what Brahma said, that who am I? All these big universes are flowing in and out from your Romkupas, from the pores of your body. And then how big is one universe, and inside that I am a person of 7 Vittiste. So what is my comparison to you? So unless one understands this, unless one comes to this point of humility, unless one comes to realize that actually I know nothing, I am ignorant, one will not change. Because change can only happen when I realize that I need to change. And as long as I have my ahankara, as long as I have my pride, my ego, that I know this, I know that, I will do this, then change will not happen. And it is very difficult to get rid of one's ahankara, the pride. And that's why bhakti is difficult or sudurlabha or rare. That is the reason. But bhakti is the only thing which brings that change. On any other path this change does not happen. You can change your chitta, but your ahankara is still there. So this bhakti is a complete transformation of one's personality. And that's why this is the highest evolution of human being or the Atma. Darwin talks of evolution. This is the real evolution. So the highest evolution is to have bhakti for Krishna. Because it's not just changing the external body. Of course, changing external body is also there. Everybody talks about Manjari Bhav, Manjari Swarup. But first is Bhava and then is Swarupa. If Bhava is not there, Swarupa is not there, as simple as that. You have this body because you have the Bhava for having this body. This body did not manifest without the Bhava. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyastente kalevaram. So Krishna is not saying yam yam vapi smaran bapum, that whatever body you think of, you will get that. No. He says whatever bhav you have. So sada tad bhav bhavita. So this samsara, this material world is rooted in bhava. Everything is rooted in bhava only. If bhava is not there, there is a bhava. And a bhava is of 4 types. So we have to understand this. And that bhava which we want to get, that cannot come if the ego is blocking it. This ahankara. That's the guard. It does not allow anything to enter inside. And it's very difficult, painful, because ego is our personality. And now you're saying change. Not an easy job. It's very, very hard, very tough. And unless one first accepts this, it will not happen. But most of the time we don't even accept. We are only thinking, I want to get this, I want to get that. Yes, to get that you have to change. You have to empty your pot. If you want something in your pot, the pot should have space in it. And the space is created when you get rid of your ahankara. That is the emptiness. So therefore Mahaprabhu said, Trinadapi sunichena tarodeva sahishnana. Very important sloka. So unless sunichena going down means giving up ahankara. And then only you can be tolerant. If you have ahankara, you are least tolerant. Egoistic person cannot tolerate. We see this all the time. So here Brahma, the first human being who was directly born from the lotus navel of Bhagavan, as he himself will say it soon. So he is saying this. He is not an ordinary person to be born directly from him, from his lotus navel, to have his darshan and then to get knowledge directly from him. He is speaking this. It's as good as God is speaking through him to teach us. So this is what we have to see in this. Otherwise we can memorize slokas, talk about it, nice pastime. But what is there in it for us? What is the tattva? What is the takeaway? So this is what is there. So the offenses are most dangerous, and the reason for offenses is our past history and our ahankara. Our unwillingness to change, unwillingness to follow the instructions of Guru, of Shastra, of Krishna. So then it just leads to ahankara, offense. And then instead of gaining, we lose. So therefore we have to take this lesson from Brahmaji, the first person. So in the previous sloka he spoke about Mahavishnu. Now Mahavishnu is like father, now he talks to him like mother, because Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva. So aham Jagatasya Mata Dhata Pitamaha. So I am the mother, I am the father. So Krishna is everything. So previous verse is more like father, now it is more like mother. Mother is more compassionate, more tolerant, more loving, more kind. So therefore he invokes the feelings of mother. So he said, Ukshepanam garbhagatasya padayoho kim kalpate maturadhoksha jagase kim asti nasti vyapadesha bhushitam tavasti kukshe kiyadapyanantaha. So he says that Matur garbhagatasya padayoho utpekshanam kim adhokshaja agase. So he says that, O adhokshaja, does the mother take offense if the child in her womb kicks? I don't know if it is possible for the child to kick inside, but it is. I don't know, I have not studied. So it says, Utakshepanam garbhagatasya padayo. So child is inside the womb of the mother and kicks inside. So he says, does the mother take offense to that? It's a rhetorical question. He says, no. She actually feels happy that child is alive and kicking. And they say that he is alive and kicking. So kicking is the symbol of life. Right? That's why people say, I got the kick. Right? Got a big kick out of it. Means some pleasure. So he says that mother does not kim kalpade agase. Says certainly not. So similarly, why is he saying it like this? So he says everything is in your belly. Tavasti kukshe kiyad api ananta. Everything. Kimasti nasti vyapades bhushitam. Whatever you call which is existing and which you say is not existing, which is real or unreal, parmarthik or pratibhasik, vyavaharik, everything is inside you only. There is nothing outside. So kiyadapi anantaha. So ananta here means not outside. Na antaha iti anantaha. It's not the one which means unending. So there is nothing which is outside you. And since there is nothing which is outside you, then I am also inside. And Krishna had shown this to Mother Yashoda when he opened his mouth and she said that you have eaten clay, and he says no, naham bhakshitvanamba sarve mithya visansina yadi satyam girastarhi. So pasya mukme mukham. So he said, I have not eaten, and then he opened his mouth and everything was inside the mouth, including Yashoda, who was standing actually outside, was also inside. In fact, Krishna was also inside his own mouth. That's amazing, isn't it? How can you be inside your own mouth? But he showed it. So he proved that everything is inside him, including he himself. Otherwise he will be outside of himself. So he is inside, outside, because he is the only thing. So therefore he says that I am also inside you, and if I have, being inside you, if I have done something, then please don't take offense.
If I kicked you,
Because what can we do? Like we are here in Vrindavan. So Vrindavan is holy place, but then we are walking on it. We sleep here, we also do other things every morning. So how is it that this is holy place and worshipable, and then we do all these things which are obviously not something respectable or worshipable acts? So what can we do? So therefore if we are inside Krishna, then we also walk inside, we also fight inside, we also do all these things. So he says, please do not take any offense of that. So that's the meaning of this sloka. So kincha mama paradha avasyam sodhavyo yatastvam mata iti. So moreover my offense should be tolerated. Why? Because you are my mother. And mother is more important. Pitu mata sahasrena gaurvena te ruchyate garbhadharanam poshabhyam pitu mata gariyasi. So because mother is the one who carries the baby, and after birth she is the one who nourishes with her own milk. So now earlier he talked more like he is the father, Krishna is the father, now he is talking like mother. Because mother has to tolerate a lot. It's not easy thing to be a mother. So therefore he says, Mata iti dvitiya purushena padmanabhena sahekya akyam bhavya naha utchepa. So now he is considering Krishna as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, the second Purusha. There are three Purushas, Mahavishnu or Karanodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So Brahma is born from the second Purusha, Garbhodakshai. So now he is comparing, or he is considering Krishna as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and then he prays like this. So utakshepanam iti. गर्भगतस्य शिशोः पादयोर उत्क्षेपणम मातुः किम अपराधाय भवति. So does the mother take an offense if the baby in the womb kicks her? So he replies, naiva, certainly not. अस्तीति नास्तीति वा व्यपदेशेन भूषितं परमतं विखंड्य स्वमत स्थापनम समुचित उत्पत्तिभिः सत्यत्वेन मिथ्यात्वेन वा सुस्थरीकृतं वस्तु जगद्रूपं कियदपि एकत्व भुवनात्मकमपि किं तब कुक्षेरंतर्बहिरस्ति अपि तु अंतर एव. So he says that some people are saying that this is real or this exists and this does not exist, and they try to establish their own philosophy and refute another's philosophy. Right? All the philosophers, they do that they establish their own siddhanta as the true reality and try to refute the others. So vikhandya swamata sthapanam samuchita uppatti. So they give different types of logic to establish that. And satyatvena mityatvena cha sustarikritam. Some say that the world is real, others say it is mithya, jagat mithya. Some say that it exists, some say it does not exist, some say it is eternal, some say it is temporary. Right? Mimamsakas say that world is eternal, others say it is not eternal, it is created and destroyed. Buddhist people say it doesn't even exist. Advaita Vedanti say that it exists but it is only vyavaharik. Vaishnavas say it exists and it is real. So all different types. He says whatever it may be, it's still inside you only. So therefore he says asti iti nasti iti vyapadesam bhushitam. So kiyadapi ekatva bhunatmakam api kim tav. So all this as one universe is inside you, antar ananta bahirasti. Is it outside you? He says certainly not. Antareva to mamapi tvat kukshi gatatvat putrasya matra tvaya pradha sodhavyeva. And therefore I am also inside it, and being your son and you being my mother, you please tolerate. So if Krishna says, why you say that I am the mother? He says, well, you said it in Bhagavad Gita. Pitahamasya jagto mata dhata pitamaha iti tvadukte. So now he cannot deny. He has not said it yet. He says, you are going to say it. Or he said it last time, I remember, from the previous cycle. So Krishna now cannot say that I am not the mother. Because he says his own. He's citing Krishna's words. So then he continues to speak more how he is coming from his belly. Jagattrayanantodudi samplavode Narayanasya udarnabhinalat Vinargito jastu iti vang navai mrisha Kintu ishvar tvatra vinargatosmi. So he says that the Shrutis have explained this, that when the three worlds, they all merge into the water of dissolution, samplavode, and then at the time Naranasya udarnabhinalat, from the lotus flower that sprouts from the navel of Narayana, then Aja Vinargata, then Brahma is born from that. And this statement is certainly not false. So Vang na vai mrisha. This is reality. So the Shruti statements are there which say that Brahma is born from the lotus navel of Narayana. So therefore, am I not born from you? Kintu Ishvara tvatta na vinargato asmi. Have I not come out from you? The son cannot know who is the father, who is the mother. He has to be told that this is your mother, this is your father. How does he know? So it is only their words. So Shruti is also called Shruti Mata, Mother Vedas. So they are saying that Brahma is born from Narayana. So therefore Brahma knows that I am born from you. So he says, have I not come from you? So you cannot deny this. ननु पुत्रो हि मातुः कुक्षेर उद्गच्छति न तु सदा कुक्षौ एव तिष्ठति इति चेत. So he says that it's all right that everything is in my belly, but in case of mother, the child comes out from the belly, it does not stay all the time inside. So he comes out. So what do you say about that? So he says, yes, I have also come out from your belly. Just because I have come out does not mean I am not your child. Still I am your child only. So therefore he explains that Jagatrayasya antar pralaya cha yaudadinam samplavaha eki bhava. So after the end of the three worlds, when there is a dissolution, then all the waters of the different oceans, they become one. Tadudake ajastu iti. And then Brahma is born there. So anya nirgato astu na vastu iti artha. Ajastu iti. So Brahma is born from that. He says, I am not concerned about other things. Other things may be born or not born, but I am sure I am born from you. So therefore he says, iti vāgnavai mrisha. That I am born from you, this statement is certainly not false. And if it is not false, then you are the mother. So nu bhos tadapi tvatto aham na vinargata pitu nirgata eva. So therefore you cannot say that I am not born from you, or I have not come out from you. Only thing is that although I have come out from your belly, I am also still inside the belly, because Krishna can say that, okay, you have come out, when you are inside, then you kick. Then it is not an offense. You come out and then you kick. If the baby is kicking inside the womb, then mother is not upset. If he comes out, grows up and then he kicks, then she will be upset, right? So you came out fine, no problem. But you are kicking after coming out. Right? I mean, the offense he has done is when he is out. So he says, no, nobody can come out. Everybody is inside only. In your case, we can come out and still we are inside. So, don't think. So he says, yes, I have come out. I don't deny this. But I am also there. So in the third verse, in these three verses, he is talking about being born from him. So in the next one, he speaks further of how Narayana is the source of everything. So in all these verses, we also have to keep this Siddhanta in mind, that all these verses, they are talking about the first Purusha, second Purusha, third Purusha. This also to show that Krishna is the source of all of them. And he is not just these Purushas. because all the avatars they are coming from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. But Krishna is beyond that. So that's also the point implied here. Narayanaस्तvam nahi sarvadehinam atmasyadhish akhila loka sakshi Narayano narabhujalayanath tacchapi satyam na tavaiva maya. So Narayanaस्तvam nahi. If Krishna says, why are you saying I am your mother, I am your father, I am this, I am that, I am just a child. Why are you calling? I am not even married. And you are saying you are my son. This is very strange. So then he says, are you not Narayana? So Narayanaस्तvam nahi sarvadehinam atma asi. You are the Atma of all living beings. And that's why you are Narayana. So why are you Narayana? Because you are the Atma of everybody. So Nara means collection of all the Jivas. Nara means Nara Samuha. The collection of Nara, Jivas, is Nara. And he is inside the Jivas, Ayana. Ayana means place, or to lie down. So therefore you are Narayana. Advaitacharya was called Nada. Mahaprabhu was calling him Nada, remember? Nada. Śrīmad-Bhāgavata also. So that is the Nara. Daliyor Akyam. Because he is Mahavishnu. So he is saying you are Nara. Because all the Jivas inside. So Narayanaस्तvam nahi sarvadehinam atma asi. Are you not Narayana? And he says, why are you calling me Narayana? He says, because you are the Atma of all the living beings. And Akhila Loka Sakshi. And you are the witness of everybody, you are Paramatma. You are inside. So everything is in you. That's why you are Narayana. And you are in everybody. That's why you are Narayana. And you also lie down. Nara also means water. And he lies down. That's why he is Narayana. So different meanings of Narayana are being given here. So Narayana anga narbhu jala ayanat. So narbhu jala ayanat. So narbhu means that which is born from Nara. Because Garbhodak water comes out from the body of Vishnu. So that is called Nara also. And then he lies down on this, so he is Narayana. So Narbhu Jala Ayanat Narayana. Tacchapi Satyam na Tavaiva Maya. And that is real. It's not just Maya, it's not illusion. Don't think that it is just a story. But it is true. So the commentary by Vishnu says, Tarhi tvam Narayanasya putra sya tan mama kim tatraha. So Krishna says, okay, I believe that you are born from the lotus navel of Vishnu. So then you are son of Narayana, then what do I have to do with that? Why you are saying, forgive? I understand the Shruti is saying that you are born from the lotus navel of Narayana. So go and talk to Narayana, why you are saying this to me? So then he says, are you not that Narayana? Narayanaस्तvam nahi. It can also mean that you are not Narayana. You are beyond that. It can mean both ways. It can mean, are you not that Narayana from whom I am born? Or it can mean that actually you are not Narayana, but you are beyond that. he is coming from you, therefore I am praying to you. Can also mean that. So mama kim tatraha narayanastvam nahiti kakva narayano bhavsi evetyarth. So this is kaku. Kaku means where you ask a statement or you speak in a way which in a question but it doesn't mean a question. That's called kaku. He adhisha, isha naam api adhipate. So you are adhisha, you are the master of all the ishas, of all the lords, all the controllers. Vishtabhya aham idam kritsnam ekamsena sthito jagat titva dukte. So you yourself say in Bhagavad Gita that you have entered in this universe by one of your part as Paramatma in 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Vibhuti Yoga. So ititva dukte, this is your statement, sarvdehinam atma asi, therefore you are the atma of all the living beings. Atmatvadeva akhila loka sakshi. And because you are the atma of all living beings, so therefore you are the witness of everyone, because you are inside. So lok sakshi cha sacha narayano jiv matra antaryamitvad atma sakshi chaiti etat chaiti atastvadekamsha eva swavgamnite. So this Narayana, who is the antaryami or immanent in all living beings and who is the sakshi of every living being, is only one of your part. He is only an amsha and you are the amsi, you are the whole. Iti tvameva saityartha. And considering the part and whole as one, then I am speaking this to you. So you say hand, this is my hand, you can also say this is me. So this is body, and body has its parts, but parts are also body. So therefore this amsa as Narayana is also you. Nanu Brahman aham Krishna varnatvat Krishna nama Vrindavanastha. So now Krishna says, look at my color. I am Krishna color. I am blackish in color. And my name is also black. I am black in color. My name is black. And I am here in Vrindavan. So how do I become Narayan? Narayan is somewhere and he is not here in Vrindavan. So how do you say? So therefore he is raising a question to Brahma. Says, I am Krishna varnatvat and Krishna namna Vrindavanastha. I am in Vrindavan. Satu Nara Shabdokta Jalastha. And he is called Nara. And he is situated on water. Because he is always lying down on the water. So how you say that I am Narayana? I don't have any quality of Narayana. Narayana means who is lying down on the water. And I am Vrindavan Chari. I am Vrindavan Bihari. So how do I become Narayana? So Krishna is denying being Narayana, and you see some people, they are trying to prove they are Narayana. Right? Some people try to prove they are avatars, they are God, they are this. Krishna himself is beyond all these gods and he is denying, no, I am not. So he says, Satu Nara Shabdokta Jalasthatvat Narayana Nama Ityata. So he says, it is he who is called Narayana, who is lying down on the water. Don't mistake me for Narayana. So he does not want himself to be known as Narayana. Even when Brahma is trying to prove it, he is refuting Brahma. So Brahma, the highest Vedic authority, is trying to establish him as God, and he says, no, I am not. Narayana means God. And then there are others who make big effort to show to people how they are God. So this is the difference. So katham ahameva sa iti tatraha. So how you say that I am that very Narayana? So then Brahma said Nara Bhu Jal Ayanat. He gives the logic why Krishna is Narayana. So Apo Nara iti prokta Apo vai Narasunavaha Ainam tasyata purvam tena Narayana smrita. So this is the vyutpatti of the word Narayana. The derivational meaning of the word Narayana is given here. He says Apo Nara iti prokta. Apo means water. So water is called Nara. Why is called Nara? Because it is born from Nara. Apo vai Narasunava. So Naraj Jata iti Nara. Anupratyaya. Simple, just like Vasudevat Jata Vasudeva. So Naraj Jata Nara. So therefore Nara is called water. And Ayanam Tasya Tah Purvam. So he lied down on that water. Therefore he is called Narayana. Ayana. Ayana means lying or place of residence. So therefore he is called Narayana. And you are that Narayana. Iti niruktair narad udbhuta jalavartitvat yo Narayana satavanga. So that Narayana Angana, that Narayana is your part. That's why I am calling you as Narayana. So I am calling you as Narayana because Narayana is your part. Calling the whole by the part. That's how it is being done here. So ek desha vyapdeshena. So tvad-amsatvat iti bhava. So being your amsha, your part, you get the name Narayana. Atas tat kukshi gato api aham tvat kukshi gata eva. So if I have come out from his belly, that means I have also come out from your belly. If I am in the belly of your amsa, then I am also inside you. If you are inside this room, and this room is part of this building, then you are also in the building. You cannot say that you are only in the room and not in the building. So if you are inside Narayana, and Narayana is inside you, then also inside you. That's the logic. किंच स्वेच्छामयस्य न तु भूतमयस्य इति युक्त्या तव बालवपुर्वासुदेव वपुश्च सच्चिदानंदमयत्वेनैव वर्णितम्. Moreover, in this sloka, अस्यापि देव वपुसो मदनुग्रहस्य स्वेच्छामयस्य न तु भूतमयस्य कोऽपि नेसे महीत्वविषितुं मनसान्तरेण तच्चापि साक्षात् तवैकम् आत्म सुखानुभूति. So he says that I have already said that you are this form Balavapu, as well as the form which I saw at the beginning of creation. They are not material. That we already studied. That was the meaning of this sloka, Syapi Deva Vapusa. So Deva Vapusa, remember he said Deva Vapusa means Vasudeva form. And Swechhamayasya natu Bhutamayasya. So Bhutmaya means material, it is not material. So he says, I have already described this, that these forms are Sachidanandamaya Tvena Varnita. Tatha Tachapi Ang Narayanakyam Satyam. So therefore your form as Narayana is also real. It is not false. Tachapi Satyam na Tabeva Maya. That's what he is saying. Sarva Kala Desa Varti Shuddha Sattvatmakam Eva. So that form is all pervading and it is Suddha Sattvatmaka. Natu Varaswarupamiva Maya Mayikam. It is not like that Varaswarupa, like this universal form which is Mayik. It is not like that. Chakarad Anyadapi Matsya Kurmadi Anga Satyam. And moreover, not only this form of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, but all other forms of Vishnu such as Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, which are all your angas, your parts, they are all real. So this form of Narayana is real and therefore you are also real. Then he continues on this. Tacche jalastham tav sat jagad vapu kim me na drishtam bhagavans tadaiva kim va sudrishtam hridi me tadaiva kim no sapadiyeva punarvedarshi. So he says that yet if you say that you are not Narayana and that form is just staying on the water. So he says, yeah, if you say like this, then when I was born and then I was sitting on top of the lotus, then I went inside the lotus stem for 100 years, I traveled, I did not find you anywhere. I did not see you outside, I did not see you inside. If that body was just there, I should have seen. But then again when I did austerity, then I again saw your form, Punarvyadarshi. So tacche jalastham tav sat jagad vapu kim mena drishtam bhagavans tadaiva. Why I did not see it at that time? And kim va sudrishtam hridi me tadaiva. But then when I meditated, I saw it. First I did not see it, but then I saw it again. So trying to prove that this form is not Maya or limited by space or time. Nanu Narayana Swarupam Tat Yadi Shuddha Sattvatmakam Tari Prakrite Garbhodeva Parichinnam Kutah Sadadrishyate. So then he says that if you say that this form of Narayana is Sachidananda Swarupa, then why it is limited only to the Garbhodak ocean? It's lying there, looks limited. Nahi sarvyapaka, why it is not all pervading? Tasya Garbhoda Matra Paricheda Sambhavet Tatra Tasya Tajjalasthatvam eva na sinniyatam ityaha. So then Brahma says that it is not true that that form is only limited to the water of Garbhodak ocean. He says if it was limited to Garbhodak ocean only, then I should have been able to see it. When I searched for it, I did not find it anywhere. Means it is not available if we just want to do some scientific research, or by material eyes I could not see it. It's only later on by the grace that he was able to see. So therefore it is not that it is just limited to that. Tacche jalastham tav sagat jagat sat jagat vapu. That if your Satchidanand vapu in this material world was just situated on the water, kim mena drishtam bhagavan, then why is that I was not able to see it? If it was like any other material form, I should be able to see it, but I was not able to witness it. Although I tried and I searched for a long time. So therefore it is not a rule that it is limited to water. Na niyatam. Narayanakyam vapustav sat jagat sat vartmanam jagat yatra tat jalastham eva chet tarhi tadaiva kamalanala margena antah pravishya samvatsar shatam vichinvatapi maya he bhagwan avichintya yoga maya ashwarya kim na drishtam. So he is saying that if your form is just situated on the water in this material world or in this material universe, then why is it that when I was born I went inside the stem of the lotus on which I was born, and for 100 years I searched for you, Vichinvatapi, but I was not able to see it at that time. So because of your unlimited Aishwarya, I could not see this. Nanu tat tatra jalaeva sthitam tvaya tvajnana adrishtamiti chet tadatvam dhyayata maya tadeva hridayapi sushtum kim vadrishtam. So if you say that I was actually there only, but because of your ignorance, your vision was not focused on me, therefore you did not see me. So then Brahma says, well, I also sat in meditation and still I did not see you. Did I see you? He says, no. Tatakshanaeva tatrapi kim punarna vedarshi. And then I saw you. First I did not see you even through meditation, but when I meditated for a long time, then I was able to see by your grace. Iti atastad vapustav jalasthatvena parichinnam api achintya shaktya svakukshi gatikrit jagatkattvena aparichinnam cha. So therefore he says that although that form was situated on water, but it was not limited to the water only. So it was situated in the water, but at the same time the whole universe was inside the belly of that form by its inconceivable or translational potency. Sarvatraiva deshe kale cha vartmanam eva api tvadiya yoga maya avaran prakashabhyam eva drishyate na drishyacheta iti avagatam. So your form is present everywhere at all time, means it is eternal form and it is all pervading form. But it is revealed only by you and then one can see. It's only by your yoga maya. That if it is covered by yoga maya, then we don't see it. If yoga maya uncovers it, then we can see. So naham prakasa sarvasya yoga maya samavrita. So therefore, just because it is lying on the water, it appears that it is limited. But it is not limited only to that. If you want to reveal it on the water, then you reveal it. And then you don't want to reveal it, then I don't see it in the water also. It is my own experience. So just because you are standing in front of me here does not mean that you are small and limited. That's not true. That is the implied sense. So therefore Brahma has established himself as the son and Krishna as father and mother. Therefore he should be forgiven. So I'll stop here if there is any question.
I would like to understand, in the beginning I understood that everything exists inside of Krishna, even that which does not exist. Did I hear this correctly? And if yes, then how to understand that which does not exist exists within him?
Means if you try to prove that this universe is not real, Okay? Okay, this is not real, but I am perceiving it. So where is it now? Even if it is an illusion, where is it? Still it is inside him. There's nothing outside, that's the point.
I see.
Because some people say that this world is mithya. Some people say it is temporary. Some people say it is eternal. Some people say it doesn't exist. It's only like dream. It's all sunya. So whatever it is inside him.
Got it. Okay.
That's the meaning.
And you mentioned about this nada, that this could also mean nada. That so I was wondering, Advaita Acharya, he is generally identified as Mahavishnu, and nada now is Narayana. So, and nada means Narayana?
Nara means collection of jivas.
Ah, okay. Okay, because I thought that Narayan is usually the Vaikuntha Vasi.
No, this
This
is also called
beyond?
Narayana.
Okay. Aha. And my last question would be, then the commentator mentioned this, gave this derivational meaning of Narayana, and that water is called Nada because it comes from Nada, and Nada means
Vishnu. Because when the universe is coming out from the pores of Mahavishnu, then it is empty.
yeah.
Then Mahavishnu expands as Garbhodakshay Vishnu and he fills half of the universe from the water, from his sweat. So that is called Nara.
But how is then this definition here? I would like to understand the way this definition is made. What's confusing me is that it seems to be recursive or relying on itself, because water is called nada because it comes from nada, and nada is the one from whom the water comes.
You yourself are repeating yourself. Why water is called Nara?
Because it comes from nada.
And now you are saying that it is from Nara that water comes. So what is the difference? You are just
Okay,
making
okay,
same statement.
Yes. So, but nada is, so nada, isn't nada now the same as Narayana, who is thought to be established here, or?
Yeah, it is a Vyutpatti. He is giving a Vyutpatti, I don't know what is the problem. Nara is a name of Vishnu. Okay? From that comes water. So what is water called?
Nara.
Nara. Now on that water, that same Vishnu lies down. So now that same Vishnu get the name Narayana. Because Narayana means one who is lying down on water or who has a residence on water. So what is the problem?
I think what confused me is that this definition can only be understood if the thing to be defined is already established.
Like what?
That okay, but he uses nada, so he assumes that nada is the known thing, and then the unknown is Narayana. In that way.
Yeah, because Narayana is what he is defining. So Narayana is made from two words, Nara plus Ayana.
Yeah.
Sandhi Vicheda. Or rather Samas. Nara and Ayana, you make Samas of that. And then Samas, there is a Sandhi there. So now he is defining what is Nara. Ayana everybody knows. So Nara, he says, is meanings water. Why Nara? Why water is called Nara? Because it comes from Nara. Simple.
Baba, but Narayana, also the second meaning which you mentioned, means Ayana means shelter, and Nara, humans. or living entities, so he is the shelter of all beings.
Yeah, you can give. If you know Sanskrit, you can give so many meanings.
I don't know sense.
You have to just know grammar well, then you can give meanings. It's not a problem. Yes.
So basically, when Brahma is praying to Krishna, so he is taking him as Vishnu, like whom he saw in meditation, or is he taking him beyond Vishnu?
He didn't see that. He says you are that Vishnu is your part, Ansa. How many times it came? And he quoted even Bhagavad Gita, Vistabhyam Hamidam Krishnam Ekansena Sthito Jagat. Any other question?
Vaji, I have a very small question.
Okay.
Is the Hindi word neer, like the station in the railway station, the rail neer, or is that word neer? Is it related to this nar, water?
No.
It's also water. Instead of...
No, Nira is another word. Water has
Okay.
got so many names in Sanskrit. There's so many words for water. Hundreds of them. Jalam, Jivanam, Apa, Nira. All that. So many are there. Vari, Var is also there. It came in the sloka earlier. Agni Bhu, because it comes from fire, right? Water is born from fire.
So Satyanarayan means the one who, the true one who is lying on the water, right? Or the true one who is the shelter of everyone.
Yeah, whatever Vyutpatti you can give. Okay. Right. Did he say something? I didn't hear.
Purushottam Prabhu, do you still have your question?
Something, but it wasn't heard.
I think he has problem of unmuting.
Speaker turns off.
But Malti we could hear.
I could hear this, but then last time.
Yes.
I was able to unmute this time. Is it Samvatsar Satam?
Yes.
So he did meditation for 100 years, right?
No, 100 years he went searching.
Yes, he went searching.
Yeah, he
And
went.
how many years did he live then?
How many years he lived?
Huh?
He lives 100 years of his own time.
100 years is different then. This is not his own time then.
No.
Okay.
This is just our 100. Which is enough. Which is to say that it's futile to search for God like this. Yeah, like science is trying. They can, of course they don't believe in God, but they would not find him. Meaning is that by material means you cannot reach him.
That's for the reason Samvatsar is used for the human years then basically?
Yeah, otherwise if he's by his years then he will be dead after that. He also has to find him. Okay, very well.